in terms of like, sure, I don't know how long, and I'm just talking about Bulls Jordan.
Not Wizard Jordan.
I know he came back to the Wizards, and then I was just like, all right. But
if he didn't, do you think he would have had a perfect career?
I think if he would have, first of all, I think if he would have never did that baseball thing and leave, I think the Bulls probably would have had 8 in a row.
Damn.
And there's no disrespect to the Houston Rockets. They squeezed the 2 in while Jordan was, pretty much Jordan came back, but he, with the full comeback. And then I think they would have got 8 in a row.
You think that do you take into account? I saw a clip the other day of Jordan playing and how rough it was. Like niggas really getting socked in the face on purpose.
Oh man!
You take that into account too?
Yeah, the different physical play of back then.
Yeah.
The fact that Jordan or Kobe, LeBron or Kobe weren't able to string together. I mean, Kobe had the championships with Shaq. But Shaq is one of the best centers to ever play the game. And then when it was Kobe without Shaq, he wasn't able to string together as many wins as Jordan. But Jordan had Pippen, though. Jordan did have Pippen.
You don't think Kobe or anybody else had a Pippen?
I mean, when you had Shaq and Kobe, that's a dynamic duo. But I don't think Kobe had a real Pippen when he was able to win the championship, not on his own, but pretty much on his own.
Pat,
I just switched it to unlisted, yeah.
Oh, shit. How do I always do that? I always do that.
I was like, where's the chat?
I always do that. Wait, but I had already posted the link. Should it change over automatically?
I just went to edit and switched it over.
Okay.
The chat's up now.
Okay, cool. Tony Baker, do you want the link?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Email me that link, Playboy.
Don't tell me what to do, please.
Email me the link, man. Sick of your attitude.
And we could call this farting in front of your significant other.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Tell me this real quick.
They don't. The alien stuff doesn't pull them in, so I gotta ease them in. Oh shit.
That's funny.
So I always for the live one, I just tell if we have a guest like DIYS and the guest, and then I always put the title on the one that I post for Thursday. But because I know
this is just the live. Got it.
This is just the live, yeah. Okay. I always change the title up for the Thursday one because shit, we say we're gonna get to that, but then the conversation get good. Like with Billy was killing
I kid you not. Ever since we started doing these on Zoom, I touch about 2 to 3, I touch 3 out of 10 topics when we do these things. It really be like our conversations be extended. I never get to the other stuff, which is good.
You know what's crazy though? It works like that because we have a prior friendship and prior rapport. Because like when I did the Wording is Hard with T.I., I feel like it would have been 10 times better if we had been in the studio. Yeah, or we had been in the studio next to each other because we can kind of play off each other's energy. But doing it with the Zoom and you can't control the background and it's his first time and that interaction, I think it hindered how well we could have performed had we been in the studio. But,
you know what's also crazy? I realized that our all def with Tony bringing up how much we talk over each other, I realized that our rhythm is just like, so when you don't have, when I went on Billy's podcast, I only knew Billy and not the other 2 guys, and their podcasts just be having so much dead space, not dead space, but just areas where no one's talking. Whereas, as Tony pointed out, we overlap in Squadcast, whereas other people just kind of talk break, talk break, talk break, talk break. So I think most our rhythm.
I think most people, they if one person's telling a story, the other people kind of listening and they're digesting the information thinking if they would have did it that way,
right,
and so on and so forth. But with us and the nature of our like industry, we are listening, but we're also thinking of a jab. Soon as like that person finishes, it's like, I bet you were hungry, fat ass. Like it's always so we could be right on the tail end, and that could be the button of their story versus something else. So it's completely different. But I have noticed that with other podcasts as well too.
Mm-hmm. What up, patrons?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? They said they're gonna start a fund for me to get more shirts. You know what, guys? I got 5 quarantine shirts that I'm cycling. Why? Why? I got my favorites. This flannel is washed every 3 days and repeat.
You got a quarantine shirt.
What does that mean?
The shirt that you watch porn in during quarantine.
All right, you guys ready to get started?
Yeah, why not? That's
a silly ass opening.
It is. And boom. Share.
Tony, is this the unveiling of the bare lip? Have you been on camera since?
I did it yesterday. So maybe this might be the reveal. I'm not even sure.
I don't like it. To be honest with you. I hate naked lip Tony. I'm sick of his shit too.
Y'all ain't ready for naked lip Pat.
Nobody is.
I look like a Chihuahua. No, for real though. When I cut it, I look Puerto Rican.
Would you shave it for a bet?
How much? I don't like the long drink you just took.
I don't know if it's a money bet or it's like just a challenge bet. Like, I bet you can't do this. If you do it, then you get this. If you can't,
if it ain't money, no. I'll shave for money. I'll shave for challenge money, not just for respect of my peers.
like what? $50?
No. Take my mustache for the 200.
Tony, what did you get off your phone? Shit.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to post the Patreon.
You still ain't posted it yet?
I posted it on the Patreon, but I have to let people know on Instagram that we over here.
Oh, okay. Sick of your shit.
I gotta start getting movie suggestions from Tony. Tony, you watch anything good lately?
I just watched Extraction on Netflix.
That was good. I enjoyed
that's when you have to go overseas to get that kid out.
Mm-hmm.
I only saw the sniper scene. That shit was dope.
Yeah, man. They actually got it. They got that one right. I don't know if that was a Netflix original or Netflix is just like hosting it, but they did that one right. I enjoyed that. What you think about it, Tony?
I liked it, man. Like the action sequences was just
superb.
I was like, man, it was just like, please incorporate this more often in future Marvel movie action sequences, because it was just. And then I looked up the director of this movie. He had only done shorts before, but he's been the stunt coordinator for Civil War, Winter Soldier, Infinity War.
Is this Marvel Extraction?
No. But the guy that directed it and one of the Russo brothers produced it. This is pretty much, I can tell it's just like, yo, let's let this guy direct the movie, and then this is the result. He's been doing all the stunt choreography for all these Marvel joints, and when you look at his resume, it's the better of the Marvel action joints and involved in. So it's like,
what was he doing that you're hoping he keeps doing? Like, what was it, like a style or?
Oh, the style of it, the way they shot it, how gritty the action felt, how it moved, flowed. Like when you look at like Winter Soldier, Civil War, when you look at those action sequences, you can tell Marvel really elevated the action game up with those, because it was more of a. And the thing I like about Captain America is that he doesn't have, like, you know, a flying armor suit or stuff you had to really CGI up. He's just a guy that can fight real good.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of action that's dope to me. And so when they fought in like Civil War, that fight scene where they went to Winter Soldier's apartment and they were both fighting off the SWAT team, and then Black Panther come and chases them down. That whole action sequence was dope. It was just like, yo.
Even the elevator scene.
Oh, the elevator scene.
Elevator scene was legit.
Even in the beginning where Captain America was on that ship and they were just like,
hey, the first 7 minutes of the second Captain America was better than the whole first Captain America to me.
Absolutely.
Which Avenger or Marvel character had the best fight scenes? Do you think it was Captain America?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Out of all of them?
Yeah.
I think so. And it's really because of what Tony said, because he had no special powers. There was no CGI to take away from the action. So it had to be like hand-to-hand combat when it came to the fight.
That's very true. Robert Downey Jr. did not have to learn no martial arts.
He just had to do this. He just.
And it's funny when you look at that scene where Winter Soldier like escapes from the thing and like so he catches Tony outside of the armor, and all he had was like his little hand glove thing. Mm-hmm. He tried to like kind of like fight Winter Soldier hand to hand.
Oh, right, with just the hand part.
All he had was the hand part. Winter Soldier dismantled him so quick. And then Black Widow and the other Shield girl had to like jump in, but he had just socked him out real quick.
But if you think about it, if in the armor, he is doing martial arts. So technically the Tony outside of the armor should know how to fight, unless the armor is literally doing the fighting.
Yeah,
I don't think it is.
Tony does have some fighting, because you know in Iron Man 2, he was like, you see him training with dude, and like he does, so he does like, and then even when they jumped him at the end of Civil War, he was still kind of hanging with them on just a fight move.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it. The highlights, he was getting whooped. That scene they always play where they're trading shields and shit, holding hands and stomping that nigga out. They worked him.
And he was basically fighting two Mike Tysons. So even if you're good enough to go head to head with one Mike Tyson, two of them are gonna work your ass over.
Yeah, man, they did Tony dirty, man. Because Tony had a legit beef.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, because he killed his dad?
He killed his parents.
Yeah.
And he was mad. He was like, yo, Steve, why you sticking up for this dude?
This your mans?
Yeah.
This your mans.
Yep. Tony had a legit beef, man.
The dude who got his dad killed shouldn't be the nigga getting jumped, though.
Right.
Like, damn.
Tony was Kevin Hart in 40-Year-Old Virgin. He was like, hey, this your man? I'm gonna come back and kill him and you.
Both y'all niggas.
That was my favorite part of that movie. That's how I knew Kevin was gonna be so. Oh my God.
Oh, that was easily one of my favorite scenes. That's probably my favorite Kevin Hart scene in film.
That ain't saying,
yeah.
Using a whole lot of big words right now, so I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
Watch your mouth and help me with the scene.
I don't know any other classic scenes like that now that I think about it.
We don't get them anymore.
With that many quotables?
Yeah.
Watch your mouth and help me with the scene.
Okay. Now you was looking for a nigga? Nigga here. Nigga here now.
It was a perfect back and forth.
It was perfect. I love Romney. I love the other black guy in that.
The smooth head bald dude.
Yeah, and you know what's so bad? I'm subscribed to his like channel, so like he just sent the email out today about a video he posted, but I always mess up his name.
How do you say it, Tony?
Romany Malco.
Yeah,
Romany.
I always put the L in the beginning. I mean, I always put L in his first name, but I always forget that.
Ain't no L.
I know it's L in Malco in his last name, but I always want to put an L in his first name.
All right, well, I got a question for you guys, because you guys are in some relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a study that said that farting in front of a partner leads to stronger and healthier relationships. And this was a relationship guru named Cynthia Powell. He basically said that couples who get over the initial embarrassment of breaking wind in front of each other early in a relationship are more likely to stay together and live healthier lives. Do you agree with this and or fart in front of y'all partners?
I I can see why it would strengthen the bond.
If she can handle you at your worst smelling,
right? And that sums it up. Like, you know, that's somebody. That's a lot of vulnerability to be able to be like, all right, I got to let this one go, and I'm secure enough to let it happen and know that they aren't going to leave me. So therefore, you blanket it in the security of that. So it's like, all right, we really in this.
But you also said I could see how it would work.
but at the same time, you know, if you got those putrid death zombie land farts, I can see the other person be like, you know, I can't. They could be completely turned off, like completely. So
I think guys don't care as much as the ladies do. Like my wife, we've been together for 7 years, known each other for 15, and she still is committed to the fact that she doesn't poop or poop. Like she waits till I leave the house, and then she takes phantom poops. They be the quickest poops ever. Because I tried to come back and catch her, and it'd be like nothing, no remnants or nothing, no smell.
Yo, you check for remnants?
Dang, man, I be looking. I'm like, I try to catch her, but either that or she ain't shit, which is also equally as bad because that means she's gonna die.
Man,
but me, I shit with the door open. I light an incense, but I don't like to be closed in, man. The ensuite that we have is kind of small. I don't like to be closed in, man. I no more closed doors. So
that's so inconsiderate. Nobody else want to be.
It's not the guest bathroom. It's the maid. It's my ensuite. It's in my bedroom. So nobody on the outside can hear. And I light an incense, and I also do courtesy flushes.
Candle? You couldn't do candle?
The candle takes longer to get in. The incense burns faster.
No. I meant you couldn't say candle. It ain't no trip ups in there.
I accidentally said candle. I meant incense though.
Oh,
so I caught myself. I was like, nope, not candle, incense.
Man, the door for the bathroom ain't for you. It's for everybody else.
Man.
Doors open, man.
Nah, man, you just wrong for that.
E40 style, doors open, man.
No, I can see if you home alone, all right, fine. But you know, no, man, close that door.
She be so mad. She come in and slam the door. I'm like, don't slam no doors in this house.
What about farting though? You be ripping them in front of her?
Not really. I really. Only time I get like super gassy like that, where it's one of those things. Is like if I'm doing like a whole lot of smoothies. I mean, like 3 meals a day. It's just smoothies. But typically, I don't have to do it like that.
That was weirdly specific, but okay. Tony, you be farting around Sabrina?
You know what I do? I be sliding them off on the sneak tip, but now I probably won't as much now because my last one in front of her, it got revealed, and it was a real bad one.
You talked about this Friday.
Man.
You were trying to hide it, and then it was loud?
Yeah, I tried to just, slide one off, and then, you know what happened? I think I slid it off. And then she had just came in there. And I was just like, man, it was like mid slide off. And then she came in and laid on the other side of the bed. And I was just like, shoot. So I had to tell her, like, yo, that's what happened. I let it off. She wasn't in there when I started letting it off. And then she came in and I was like,
well, that don't count. I'm talking about loud, like Sabrina right there.
No, I don't feel comfortable enough to just be farting while she right there.
Farron Forson has sleep a lot, so she's not in control of it, but she does it so much. Kendall named her Slumber Toots.
Wow,
Slumber Toots.
It's a good one.
It's fitting.
Yeah, I died when she said.
Those are like two good alternative words to put together instead of like a sleep farter. That's what I would have gone. I would have took the.
Yo, Slumber Toots is hilarious, and I want to get it put on a jersey for her.
So then what about the reverse? What about if Sabrina or Farron just bop out in front of y'all?
I think it would catch me off guard just because she's never done it at this point. Like literally like 15 years and I've never heard her do it like intentionally. Only in the sleep, in the slumber realm.
Slumber Toots. Here's my thing about farting though. I feel like you shouldn't do it around anybody. So that's how I hold farts. Like, if anybody's in there, I'm not just gonna let it rip. That could be women, men, the boys, whatever. It's just like I don't want to subject nobody to this because it's embarrassing. Like if you let one rip and it's a doozy, you be like, God damn, man! They looking at you like, who died in there? You had a whole funeral in your stomach.
I came up with cousins who would try to outdo each other on a fart tip. So like it was a game to us when we were kids, like younger, like, you like 10, 11, 12, on up to like 16. We was just, it's just the better ones were the quiet ones, because those were always the killers. The quiet ones that came out like I don't know why out of a tire.
If it seeps out, it's gonna smell more, and I don't know why.
Oh my God, it's like a fog. It's because it's heavy. It's more dense. It sits. A normal fart comes out like that. This is a lot of air. But the quiet ones, the dense, they come out like.
Mm-hmm. And that's pure gas from.
Oh man,
it's pure. It's like.
Oh, it's like a gas leak.
That's more like brap, and then your cheeks involved, and it's just.
Is that what that stutter is? The cheeks closing?
Right. Your cheeks definitely something down there. Yeah. But the gas seat, that's from that's your body like, yo, we got to get this out of here.
Yeah. That's the one. You couldn't stop it if you wanted to. When it's seeping like that, you can't even close the cheeks off. It's like, nah, I'm gone.
Right. So y'all partners just start doing it every couple times a day. Just bop bop, and you in the room. Do you talk to them? Do you just say, I don't think this is working out? Do you just let it slide? Do you get used to it? Do you let the bond strengthen?
It would be so out of character. I would have to pull it to the side, like, yo, everything going all right at home? Right. Like, I'm at home. I'm still asking, is everything all right at home? Like, what the fuck is going on? What's gotten into you?
Yeah. Why this change behavior? Like you farting hard, like you really going in there. And then it comes down to what's it smell like on the day to day.
Oh, so if it was loud but it didn't smell bad, you'd be cool with it?
Yeah, like the smell is what angers me more than.
Man, you ever been in a car with somebody and it was hot and somebody farted and then they don't want to, they don't tell you. 2, they don't want to own up to it. It was like, it's just me and you, and I know it wasn't me. Like, man, I don't know to tell you, I ain't fart. We're like, fam,
man,
I know when I fart.
Nah, I'm good.
A hot car fart will make you. We won't be friends no more.
Oh man, my sons used to fart in the car all the time and deny it. I was like, one of y'all farted.
Then just people say it's like, oh, I think we're just driving past something. Like, oh.
They used to do it all the time. I'd be hot, and they would never roll the window down.
Somebody in the chat said I was raised in an open fart household. I've never heard that. I'm good. Don't do it around me. That's worse. I like the whole women don't poop lie.
Hey man, listen. I think we've just become accustomed to it. But I mean, if a woman genuinely didn't poop or use the bathroom, I'd be concerned about her. I'd be like, fam, you got to go get checked out. That's not normal. It's normal that you do it. It's weird if you don't.
I used to be horribly ashamed of farting, so I wouldn't do it. And this was like for years.
Horribly ashamed?
Yeah, because I was like, man, I don't want to be farting out here, so I would never fart. But I paid the price because I would always have these horrible stomach pains because it was unreleased gas.
Man, I get it out. I will literally, I'll step outside and like part my legs so it's a clean getaway. When it's got to go to brrr, like it stays in your clothes. So if you come back in, it's gonna linger. It's gonna. Right. That's what they call crop. What do they call it? Crop dusting. Yeah, and it just follow you back. I go outside, just lift one leg, just spread it so it's got a clean getaway. You know what I'm saying? Let it get out there, shake a little bit, make sure it's out of my pants. Then go inside, man. Spray some cologne on my ass and keep it moving.
Oh wow, you spray cologne on your ass?
Not on my actual ass, like the seat of my pants. It's like,
that's your ass.
I mean, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like naked. I didn't want you to think raw ass.
Said not my ass, the seat of my pants.
Yeah, seat of my pants. Like on the outside though, like just on the pockets. I'm just saying, I'm not.
From the outside looking in, that definitely looks like spraying your ass.
I wasn't doing it in front of nobody. Shut up.
What you be doing, Pat? Who you be farting in front of?
I try not to fart in front of anybody, and I would expect I like your theory. Just don't fart in front of people.
Yeah, it's just come on, man.
And then it's like, ugh, if a girl lets one rip and it smells horrible, I'm gonna automatically assume that other parts of her doesn't smell great either. That's bad hygiene.
I remember I went down to Dallas, Texas one time for a comedy something. I can't remember. And it was this chick down there who was she was a comedian too. And I think she didn't have a place to stay, so she was bouncing for people, hotels, whatever like that. And she was like, "Hey, can I crash on the couch?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't care, it's whatever." We would sit down rapping, and then she just like, "Excuse me," I thought she was taking a phone call. She went to the bathroom. I thought she was on the phone. I thought she was taking a phone call. And so she was in there for a minute, and she comes back out. She sits down, and I was like, "Well, shit, the next show about to start. I'm gonna go right ahead over there. So I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick." I went in the bathroom, bro. When I tell you the shit that she did in there was ungodly. She would literally did the devil's work in this bathroom. Didn't warn me. Didn't tell me, "Hey, go to the one downstairs." Didn't try to like turn the shower on, like no matches, bro. When I tell you, the steam and the heat from the shower, like for some reason eliminates the smell or helps with the smell.
I thought it made it worse.
I've never had it done where it made it worse.
Never farted in the shower and was like, "God damn, that's steam."
Well, I mean, that's because you're enclosed in the shower with it. No, Pat, the shower helps, nigga. But bro, the shit that she did in that bathroom, though, I had to actually leave. She couldn't stay there. She couldn't stay there.
You just came out. What'd you say?
Oh, you gotta get up. You gotta go. You gotta go. You're like, that's so inconsiderate. Like not even warn me. You know what it smelled like.
You like to poop with the door open. You talk about consideration now?
Come on, man. My pooping with the door is like with family, bro. I had never met this chick before. I was trying to do her a solid.
So because it's family, they should be able to handle you pooping with the door open because
me pooping with the door open is in the bedroom with the bedroom door closed. Okay, so the most it would get is like by the TV, but the incense catch it. The incense catch it, Tony.
The double standard.
Double standard. She probably don't poop anymore. That probably scarred her for life.
No. I could tell she's a regular at doing that. She just be going to nice restaurants just to do it in a nice restaurant.
All right, well, enough about farting because we got some crazy stuff to get to, man. We got everything from UFOs being officially declassified. We got secret underground cinemas in Paris. We got dogs that blow up tanks. We got an accidental millionaire in Australia. And we got an Ecuador woman who was cremated and then came back to life. A whole bunch of stuff on this.
What?
Show. Oh, yes. Today's topics are so crazy. I'm saying them up top to get everybody excited. But before I do that, does anybody have any experience with CBD?
That would be me.
That'd be you.
I've dabbled in like the oils.
Okay.
Oils, I guess. Yeah.
Oils are dope. I just got on CBD because a whole bunch of stuff wasn't working for my dog. She had like a rash. And everybody told me to switch over to CBD because she was taking pills at first. I don't like giving my dog pills. But she started taking CBD, cleared up. She doesn't even have that rash anymore. So I'm all in. And now here comes Hempland USA, America's #1 CBD company. As an industry veteran, Hempland USA has produced the world's highest quality organic CBD oil since 2014, which was before CBD was popular. And they've been around for like 6 years. They're first to grow and manufacture their CBD entirely in the US. They're one of the few companies that controls their supply chain. They offer the highest quality products at competitive prices. And the best thing about Hempland USA is that they don't cut corners when it comes to quality. They want you to experience their ultra premium CBD products at fair prices. They offer some of the highest strength CBD products available with a lower price per milligram than almost all other companies out there. And the bulk discount pricing can't be beat. There's discounts up to 30% off all year around.
Hempland USA is all about value. So when I say all about value, I mean all about value, which is why you get more CBD for less money. Their signature line of full spectrum, the THC-free, the enhanced CBD products are third-party lab tested and are as pure and effective as nature intended. And also, let me tell you about their money back guarantee and 24-hour customer phone support. What other CBD company that you guys know of has this? None. I tell you none, my friends. Hempland USA is the real deal, and they are so confident that you'll love their products that they back every sale with 100% money back guarantee at any time, no questions asked.
Yes, sir. And definitely they have a new product called ECS5. That's ECS5. It's a unique blend of black pepper, clove, hops, rosemary, and jujube. And it supercharges the CBD so that your body can actually process it better. And ever since using that, I've just been feeling, more balanced, focused, and it's just an overall sense of well-being. So basically, if you want your own Hempland USA's premium CBD tinctures, soft gels, and topicals, they're available only at Hempland USA. Once again, that's Hempland USA. They have higher potency and lower price per milligram of CBD than anything else I've seen out there. And there's a higher potency of CBD that provides better value and is more effective than lower strength products that don't really do anything for you.
All right. And right now you can take 20% off of your next order by using the link hemplandusa.com/damn. That's HEMPLAND USA.com/DAM. And don't forget to use the damn promo code at the checkout for that 20% off.
Yes, sir. All right, moving right along. One of the craziest things, I think this quarantine is so crazy that sometimes these headlines, which would be bigger if there wasn't so much going on, are happening, and it doesn't seem like it's getting a lot of it just doesn't seem like it's getting a lot of attention as opposed to what the attention it would have got 7 months ago. But the U.S. Navy literally declassified 3 videos yesterday. And what that means is they sort of backed them. So there were 3 videos that dropped over the last 20 years that showed U.S. Navy fighter pilots doing training exercises and seeing these crafts that they did not know what they are. Now, mind you, these are people in the U.S. military who studied how to fly, all this stuff, machines, planes. They studied all this stuff, and they're literally on video saying, "What the heck is this?" I'm going to show you guys in a second, but it was dropped. There's the footage was captured by U.S. Navy pilots, and it shows mysterious wingless aircrafts traveling at hypersonic speeds with no visible means of propulsion. There's UFO research groups that published the clips, and but they weren't the U.S. Navy didn't declassify them. Mm-hmm. They were basically not cleared for official release. There's 3 clips. One's called FLIR, one's called Go Fast, and one's called Gimbal. And as of yesterday, it was officially acknowledged by the U.S. Navy. Now, this does not prove that aliens exist, but it is proving that these UFOs, which means unidentified flying object, were official. They're not fake. They're not made up. And when you see the pilots' reactions, it's concerning, because if y'all don't know what it is, how are we? So you guys see this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's the official UFOs.
Look at that thing, dude. That's not LNS though, is it? It's not. It is LNS, dude. Well, the first look at that thing. It's rotating.
It's spinning. All right, here's the second one.
That thing was rolling.
See, they can't even keep up with it until they lock in. Boom. That thing moving.
Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Look at the fly.
Masking that fear with laughter.
So that's the crazy part is they didn't go, what is that? Is that an M68 47, you know what I mean? They had no guesses. They were just like, to hear them say, what the fuck is that? And I was like, bro, you in the Navy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Official.
Shock on the reaction. Like, dude, that's when you know all professionalism went out the window, everything. Like, dude, what the fuck is that?
Right. Yeah. It's nuts, man. And it only makes me think. I saw this documentary about this dude who was in the Navy, and he was basically saying that they were out at the deepest parts of the ocean at like midnight, 3 a.m. No moon, no light at all. And so they were just always seeing the weirdest stuff, because they're literally the only humans on Earth besides like deep sea fishermen who are out in these like desolate, humanless places at the weirdest parts of the day. And he was saying that he saw everything from the ocean opening up and aircrafts flying in and out. Yeah, like wild stuff like that. Like there's stuff going on in the sea, just wild stuff. And he said that every time some of those happened, the whole crew was brought inside and they were debriefed. And what that means is like, this is what you didn't say. This is what you didn't see. This is what didn't happen. This is what you can't say anything about. And this is what will happen if you do say something about. And it's like, he started seeing all these papers coming through his desk. I talk about this story all the time, because I was just like, bro, what? The ocean open. I want to say this is the same guy. I don't want to say the wrong name, so I'll put it in the comments. But it's crazy. Like, I feel like the Navy, out of everybody, is the one government organization besides the CIA and all those people that are like literally
seeing these things
all the time.
That's crazy. The ocean is huge, bro. The ocean is huge. You think about how big a blue whale is, bro. They were bigger than like dinosaurs, and they've been around since then. And we don't even see that many of them, but the ocean can house them. Like, that's how big the ocean is.
Oh, easy.
Mm-hmm. Ocean's scary.
This is what blows my mind about the ocean. Like when you think of a drive from New York to Los Angeles, just think about how much land that covers, and like you being on the road for days and days, and like it's just land. It's like, man, the ocean is bigger than all of that. You can put 2 or 3 or 4 coast to coast trips back to back like that. Just all ocean, and underneath all of that,
more ocean.
is life. Underneath all of that is just in there.
Ew. So wait, what? You just said coast to coast. Like, at some point, if we were to go down in California, would there be ocean underneath, or would it just go into the core of straight to, like, it was just land all the way to the core? Like, are we floating?
That I don't know.
I've always wondered that. Like, if the land mass.
How far can we dig?
Yeah, before we strike water.
Yeah. Would we strike water though?
I don't know.
I don't even want to sit here and try to
because if there's ocean, like if it's a bunch of land and then at some point ocean and then it hits the center of the earth, there could be some stuff swimming underneath us that's even worse. If you think about it, that's even more terrifying. Like, what's swimming underneath Africa?
Right.
Because the old cartoons where somebody would dig and they would end up in China or something like that. It goes right through. But obviously that's not because you would hit the core before that. But like,
you'd burn alive.
Are we a floating land mass, or is it connected to? I mean, it has to be floating for.
No, it don't. Because at some point the ocean has a floor bottom, right?
Right.
And then you dig into that and you start going into the earth. Yeah. So if California or wherever you are goes all the way down to the I guess
I feel like this is just me kind of speculating. I feel like it all goes down to the surface of the ocean.
Yeah.
It cracks and moves. That's why we get continental drift and all of that. But I still think it goes all the way down to like the surface of so like if you keep digging, if you start in the middle of LA and keep going all the way down, I feel like you'll just go through crust and crust and crust and crust until you get to like, the mantelpiece. I don't know if we would necessarily hit the ocean on a pure dig.
Yeah, because I'm now thinking about beaches, and it seems like the floor of the ocean comes all the way up to the beach. You know, but then it's like I don't know.
If you hit water, wouldn't the water rush through and push you back up because it would try to fill that gap?
I would think.
So it would have to be like we would have to be connected to another man. Like it can't be ocean under us.
Because I'm just thinking about, like, let's say I was a fish and I was approaching the coast of North America. I just feel like I wouldn't be able to go underneath.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't be able to go underneath the United States to keep going. I would feel like,
that's true.
Let's get the hell out of here.
That's true. That's hella true. I think so. Okay. Yeah, I think we just solid. Well, then, speaking of underneath, and this is my favorite story of the day. Tony, you're a movie guy, right? What to hear? You're kind of a movie guy too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys dive into the cinematics. In 2004, police found a secret underground cinema in the Paris catacombs. You know the Paris catacombs with all the skeletons and skulls on the walls?
Yeah.
They found a secret underground cinema in the Paris catacombs fitted with a phone line, electricity, a bar, and even movies that were recently released at the time. The police were like, what the heck? They returned 3 days later with like more people, and they found a note that said, do not try to find us.
What?
That's just the head, right? All right, so let me dig into this. I thought you guys would like this one.
I wonder how old the movies were.
It said at 2004. So it said recently released at the time. You want to know what they were watching down there?
2004. What was out that year?
Niggas was watching Shrek down there. I feel like you had to be like a really intense like moviegoer to do this. I don't think people were watching like Up.
So in 2004, you know, Bad Boys, The Matrix Reloaded, that was all like 2003.
Wait, you're not looking at anything right now? This is memory?
Off the top. So 2004, The Incredibles, I think The Incredibles came out around 2004 or 5.
I don't think they're watching The Incredibles in the catacombs.
Yeah, I'm thinking they just watching something that I feel like it's like whatever was on video then.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like Matrix Reloaded, Bad Boys 2, maybe. Pirates of the
I feel like they'd be watching like art films or something creepy down there. Pirates of the Caribbean is too cute for the catacombs.
I feel like they were watching The Secret. That's what they did, the induction to all the people who wanted to join the secret organizations. Like, you gotta watch The Secret first.
Well, let me tell you more information so you can get a sense of who these people were. So obviously the officers were completely at a loss. They still don't know who built or used one of any of this. So there were 2 swastikas painted on the ceiling.
Here we go.
There was Celtic crosses and several stars of David. It seems like those don't coincide with each other. It says we don't think it's extremist. Some sect or secret society, maybe, but there are a number of possibilities. It said members of the Forces Sports Squad responsible they're responsible for policing the 170 miles of tunnels, caves, galleries, and catacombs that are underneath that part of Paris. And that's weird to like that's what you have to like be security for. But they basically entered a network through a drain, and there's really like no access at this part. So behind that, there's a tunnel and there's a desk and a closed circuit TV camera set to automatically record images of anyone passing. And it also triggers a tape of dogs barking to frighten people off. It's a shitty security system. But it says that if you go further, the tunnel opens into a vast 400 square meter cave that's 18 meters underground, like an underground amphitheater with terraces cut into the rocks and chairs. So this is where they found a full-size cinema screen, projection equipment, tapes of a wide variety of film, including 1950s film noir classics. That seems like it would be what they're fucking watching down there. And more recent thrillers. So maybe some scary movies and stuff like that, which is wild.
Final Destination.
Final Destination. There's way scarier stuff than that to watch in a catacombs. That would be a lit place to watch some scary movies. I ain't doing that.
Anything would be scary watching it in the catacombs.
Yeah. For real.
I can watch Frozen in there, be like, oh God, no. Oh,
Frozen.
oh God.
But get this, it says none of the films were banned or even offensive. So they were just
chilling.
They were chilling. I mean, the swastikas, no one really paints swastikas and then chills, but
you know what, they could have did that just as a deterrent. Like,
that's what I think.
like they let's paint some swastikas on here, and then we'll paint a Star of David too, so they won't know who the organization is. They just started, we're gonna put a Black Panther fist up, and just for shits and giggles, I don't know, Boy Scouts. Like, you don't know where to even start thinking like who's gonna be a part of it. Mm-hmm.
That way, everybody that's researching this stuff is discombobulated. We like, Star David. We got.
There's nothing to connect.
Like, oh, we don't know where to start.
That's crazy. So it says no films were banned, none were offensive. There was a smaller cave next door that had been turned into an informal restaurant and bar. I don't know who's eating down there, but I would have a drink down there. It said there was bottles of whiskeys, other spirits behind the bar, tables and chairs. A pressure cooker was in there. They were really chilly.
They had an Instapot. They were doing. They were making beans down there.
But here's the thing: the whole thing was ran off of a professionally installed electricity system, and there were at least 3 phone lines down there. So this was not just them setting up shop. Like they had a whole clubhouse down there. It said 3 days later, when police returned, accompanied by experts from the French Electricity Board to see where the power was coming from, the phone and electricity lines had been cut, and a note was lying in the middle of the floor that says, "Do not try to find us."
Wow.
That is weird.
Yo, that's dope.
If they had electricity and a phone line down there, they definitely had their own like CCTV as well. They were monitoring as well while they were trying to be monitored. I guarantee it.
Would y'all do this?
I would go.
If somebody invited you, if they pulled up and they were like, "Yo, I just installed all this stuff. It's really illegal, but come down. We got a pressure cooker, we got some drinks, and we got some movies. You guys are going to the catacombs?"
Absolutely. They would have to leave with something else than the pressure cooker to be the first sale. Oh, yeah. But they were like, we got free drinks, we got movies, we got the pressure cooker. I'd be like, all right, you had me at the free drinks. Let's do it.
Movies is what would have got me. We got the full projector screen. We got the movie set up. I'm like, man, it's going to be cool down there. Yes.
So catacombs, bones, that doesn't throw you off. It being illegal, nothing?
Nah, I ain't worried about that.
Huh?
I said, I can imagine. I would just imagine the people going down there with like little blankets because it's chilly. It's just watching like chill movies and shit down in the catacombs. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's a nice day spot right there.
Y'all eating down there? Mm-hmm. Y'all eating down there?
If I got hand sanitizer, yeah, I got hand sanitizer on straight.
You bringing your own food, Tony?
Yeah.
What's the catacomb snacks?
Fig Newtons.
Fig Newtons.
Tony would have thrown this whole operation off because if they saw the swastikas, the Star of David, and then some Fig Newtons package, they wouldn't have known what the hell
happening in here. These ain't even movie snacks. Where the hot dogs and the goobers and the.
Oh man,
that's funny. I just like the idea of throwing the police off on purpose.
Oh man,
the scary part would have been going to the bathroom by yourself down there.
Yeah,
like that's where the one part, like you with everybody walking as a group. Well, I'm saying like it has to be some bathroom. It has to be somewhere for people to pee if they drink it.
Yeah, that's true.
What if you just had to pee in the little well, but in this well that you're peeing in, you're surrounded by the skeletons. That's like the dynamic. It's like skeletons all around. They got this little hole in the ground that you pee in. Kind of like the Dodger Stadium trough, but it's
those are trash.
Skeletons and stuff. That's pretty dope though. Like to see the actual bones still there. That'd be and the fact that they got 170 miles of this. You know how big. You know how much real estate that is.
That's wild. That's why somebody went down there and they were like, "I'm coming back tonight."
170 miles.
I don't know. That's might be a little scary. I don't know what. Well, like they just installed a whole electricity system too. They have light switches and shit.
That's crazy.
That is a long drive. What's like 170 miles away from LA? Is that still in California?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you're still in California. That's a little past San Diego, depending on how fast you're driving. 170 miles to San Diego is about two and some change.
Nah,
So
like 2 and some change.
It ain't 200 miles away.
Nah.
San Diego?
Usually, if you like on the freeway going the speed limits we have here, 3-hour drive is usually 220 miles, maybe.
124 miles. It's 124 miles away.
What did I say? Because you said it was 170, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was doing the math at like doing 70 miles an hour. I was doing the math at like doing 70 miles an hour. You get there usually in 2 hours. So that's what I was just doing it at 140. That's why I said it's close to like San Diego.
So are we looking at Fresno from LA? Maybe Fresno, Bakersfield, Fresno.
Bakersfield.
Wait,
a little past Bakersfield.
There's dead people bones for that long?
I mean, if the catacombs are all dead body parts, then yeah. But
I get that many people died.
I didn't assume that the catacombs was that's all the dead people.
Ain't that what catacombs are?
I don't really know what the catacombs are.
Where do bodies come from? I'm ignorant to this part right here. I'm familiar with the catacombs, but I'm not familiar with where the bodies came from.
Yeah. Catacombs is a great word too. Yeah, I enjoy saying it.
That's a dope rap name. In the catacombs? Give it up for Catacomb.
Low key. All right, catacombs are human-made subterranean passageways for religious practice. Oh. Any chamber used as a burial place is a catacomb. Although the word is commonly associated with the Roman Empire. Is it not burial?
You said burial?
It's not burial?
Burial.
Burial? It's burial?
Is it BURIAL?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's BURUEAL.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. You were right. I just wanted to. I just made up a word that was burial.
Burial? Yeah. That's why they bury FBI agents from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You get buried in the burial.
They buried in the burial?
Ed Hoover is in the burial.
Bureau? Like Federal Bureau of Investigation. Bureau is one of those words where I see it, and my brain just instantly has a heart attack when I see it. Like if I gotta read something and Bureau's on there, my brain's like. I remember that Nate Jackson joke when there's a dude, he did a joke at a halfway house. He's like, dude, you gotta stop being so funny. He's like, why? He's like, because when you make me laugh too hard, I have a seizure. And he's like, I just started firing them off, and dude was like, he would commit so hard to that joke. Oh, and his lips would be like, blah, 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 blah.
Man. Nate Jackson be having me laughing, man.
Nate Jackson is funny, bro. Nate Jackson is funny.
So hard in Japan.
Man.
All right, for sure. Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I were to go and watch a horror movie in a catacombs, I don't know. I feel like I would have to talk to somebody.
I would see you there, Pat.
You said what?
I feel like I would see you already there. Like if I showed up, like, oh, Pat.
Tony!
Pat would definitely be there. Pat would be like, he would be like a crowd favorite, a club favorite. They'd be like, yeah, how long you been coming here? Since they started it. It just randomly it just happened. I get tattoos down there.
I'm the one who wrote the note just to do it. Don't try to find us. Uh-huh. What are you doing, Patrick? Hang on 1 second. Just we weren't even a secret society. I'm just asking. No, but for real, I feel like if I watched a horror movie like The Ring or something underground next to all these bones, I'd be kind of messed up. I'd need to talk to somebody. And if I needed to talk to somebody, I would have BetterHelp. Now, BetterHelp, see what I did there? BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online, which is perfect during this quarantine lock-in. A lot of people can't get, the proper help that they need. And BetterHelp got you on that, okay? There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available or available at all in this lock-in. The service is available for clients worldwide, and you can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in uncomfortable waiting rooms with people who are coughing, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. BetterHelp is also committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change your counselor. That's one thing I can speak of. I'm with a new therapist right now, and it took me 3 other therapists to find this one because they made it difficult with the program that I was going through. So the fact that they offer this and it's at no charge and they make it easy like that is an amazing thing. BetterHelp is also more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. They also want you to start living a happier life today. So visit their website and read some of the testimonials that they have posted daily. You can check it out at betterhelp.com/reviews. Now, today you can go to betterhelp.com/DIYS. That is BETTERHELP, and join over 800,000 people taking change in their mental health with the help of experienced professionals. And a special offer for you guys listening right now, you get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/DIYS. That's right. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/DIYS.
Now, speaking of BetterHelp, this is not speaking of BetterHelp at all. But I got a Tony story, man. This is in the animal lane. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of ironic. All right. I just read this online. In World War II, the Russians actually trained dogs to run under German tanks with bombs on their backs. So they basically trained these dogs to like they would basically like point at a tank. They'd run over, get underneath the tank, and then they would detonate the bomb, blow the dog up and the tank, right? Horrible idea. But get this. Since these niggas trained with Russian tanks, when the actual war started, they only knew the Russian tanks. So they were running under their own tanks and blowing them up instead. And when I read that, I was like, that's what you get. That's what you get. Poor dog, man.
What's crazy is like, I would think that maybe they could like put something in the dogs, like teach the dog to carry the grenade or like a belt of grenades and put that under the tank versus having to put it all under them or all around them and blow up the dog. But I don't know. I feel like that was excessive.
These niggas fight bears though. Don't give a damn about an animal. You seen that kid fighting, like learning how to wrestle a bear?
Nah, I see that.
I wish I pulled it up.
You Russian?
They don't play out there, man. They big.
Yo, it's a cold game, man. Like, but the Russians were looking at it like, yo, we losing too many lives. If you look up the number of how many Russians died during World War II, your head will explode. They had the big. I think the last time I looked that up, I think the Russians had the biggest casualty rate in the World War.
In any World War?
Just for the numbers of World War II, I think.
2 or 1?
26 million.
26 million. 26 million.
Damn.
That's a lot.
That's everybody in New York State dying today.
That's crazy.
Wait, hang on. Let me see. Let me get more.
Everybody in New York out of here tonight.
Wait, what was the how many people did polio kill?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. Well, according to my expert source, Wikipedia, you guys might have heard of it. It says that this was the deadliest conflict in history. Estimated 70 to 85 million people perished. Of those, it says an estimate of USSR losses at 26 million. That's a big chunk.
Yo, 80 million people being murdered. That is crazy.
How many people are in New York?
I thought the whole state, the population was like 20-something million for the whole state.
Dang. California too? Is it more or less?
No, California is more. California is like 30-something. Might be 40 now, shoot.
Damn, that's more than California and New York got out of here.
Population of New York is 8.3 million. Population of Los Angeles.
No, that's New York City.
New York City. New York State?
Yeah.
Let me see. Population of New York State is 19.45 million.
Oh, so that's everybody in New York completely. You can probably throw Jersey in there.
Mm-hmm. California is 39.5 million.
Man, they close to 40, man. California is the most populated state, right?
I would assume every time I go driving, because
I think it's
even during this quarantine.
Like Texas is number 2, I think.
Damn, we have many people as Texas. People need to stop moving out here, man. It's full.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Texas at 29 million. Yeah. We got
Texas is less?
We got a whole 10.5 million more than Texas.
Damn.
Texas is huge.
Texas
what, 2 or 3 days to drive through?
Oh, it's 7 days to drive through Texas. That's what it is. Driving through Texas is the worst.
Why?
It's flat land. It's all flat land. Like, it's easy to get. When I drove through from St. Louis through, I can't remember if I did New Mexico or part of Texas. It might have been New Mexico, but you get hypnotized by the road, like, because all you do is seeing like the white line, and it's just complete darkness, and there's no like distinguishing landmarks to like kind of grasp your eyes. So like you're literally, I remember driving, listening to something, and then I would just kind of like fade off, not necessarily go to sleep because I was still awake, but I wasn't aware of my being, and I would wake up and check the song, and I was like 4 songs away from the song that I was listening to, but I can't remember anything that happened in the last 10 minutes.
That's dangerous as hell. You was high.
No, I did it. It was literally that. It was literally autopilot because it's not a whole lot of curves and anything like that, and you don't see anything, and it's dark, and your headlights are only like going so far, and all you literally see is the white lines on the road.
Yep.
And it's pitch black. There are no street lights or anything like that. No overhead lights. It is.
Really?
It's scary to do by yourself.
Ain't no street lights?
Not like that. Not on like the road. Like once you go through a city, you'll see something, and then it'll just be dark. Like driving through Texas, New Mexico. New Mexico give you something more visually in the daytime.
In the daytime.
Yeah.
When you're driving at night.
Nothing in the day or night.
Yeah, man.
How many times have y'all driven through Texas? It seems like you guys are very well versed.
I did right through, but it was just like I went from New Mexico to Dallas. Like East Texas drives and stuff like that. It just seemed like it just took forever, bro.
I had to go a couple times because when I was with Tough Mudder, because they would always have it like Tough Mudder loved like those flat places because they could put their field and their obstacle course out. So Texas was like one of their favorite places to go, man. And it was,
No. It's like when you drive the Pacific Northwest, there's a lot of beauty in that. Like you got winding roads, you got mountains, you got trees, forests that you're driving through.
PCH is a great drive.
Oh my God.
PCH beautiful. Doesn't even make it seem like it's that long.
It's beautiful. Texas gives you none of that.
I got an interesting story for y'all. So imagine this. Imagine your abuelita. I don't know how to say that. Imagine your grandma.
Grandma
goes to the hospital, and the hospital says not only did she die, she was cremated, right? Mm-hmm. So you lost your grandma, sucks for about a month. You're mourning, might even had a funeral, and then out of nowhere, she calls you and she's like, "Hey, can you pick me up?" A month later, she just calls you like, "Hey, where's everybody? Can somebody come to the hospital and pick me up?" That happened. that freaking happened. So this happened in Ecuador. There was a huge mix-up in the hospital.
No.
And she was 74 years old, Alba Maruri. And she was in she went to the hospital, and after a mix-up, they told her family that she died of coronavirus and was cremated. She was really in a 3-week coma. And so the family was informed that she'd passed of COVID-19 on March 27th. After what was presumed to be her body was cremated, the ashes were sent to the family. So they even got them, and they were just like, abuela.
Wow.
Then last week on April 16th, now remember, this all happened, they were told this on March 27th. So this was 3 weeks later. She woke up from her coma, called her sister to come pick her up. They presumed she had been dead for 3 weeks. So the call was, quote, shocking to say the least. And they, you know, as obviously now they're like, it's a miracle. For nearly a month, we thought she was dead.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking like, oh, and the officials have to reimburse them because they paid for that cremation. So they did all the paperwork. They did the funds. It didn't say if they had like an actual funeral in 3 weeks. It seems like they might have. But
I'm sure they did.
Fam.
Or some type of memorial system.
And she called her sister too, Ara, to come pick her up.
That's crazy, man.
That's fucked up.
Initially, you think it's a ghost on the other end, like
For real.
from the great beyond.
But
What's it like where you are? Well, I'm at the hospital, man. You've been in several times. You used to work here.
that's what's crazy, because it would be like a ghost, but her tone wouldn't be mystical at all. It'd be like, yo, what's up? Where you at?
Man, I'm out of here, man. They got me sitting in this wheelchair. We bring you out in the wheelchair, and I'm just waiting for you.
It's not even like, Patrick. It's like just super casual.
They would put me in super deep. Always remember that you can do anything you put your mind to.
God gave me a pass. I'm here to tell you something. It was just like, hey, you got a cute Uber?
Don't let that happen to me. Like I'm the person that everybody thinks is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that happen to me. And I know
They
about
don't
the
know.
Oh, I'm having a good time on them phone calls.
Oh, man.
I'm not even calling nobody. I'm gonna just
Show up.
I'm gonna just show up and stand in your living room when you walk in.
She should,
At
if she
night.
was 70,
At night.
she should have Ubered and just
Oh my God.
knocked at night, stood outside the window.
That would have freaked them out. Like if you could keep it going for a week, just keep it going for a week. Sneak into the house and like be cooking something. Somebody comes in, they see you, they run back out of the kitchen, they'll grab everybody else. You to left out the back door.
Can you imagine the fun I would have? I would just walk into the kitchen slowly while you cooking, like and not say nothing. I saw Grandpa Tony. No, you
wouldn't say nothing.
I'll milk. Hopefully they won't freak out and shoot the ghost. But
or fight it. Why would they shoot the ghost of their grandma though?
I don't know. It's just you never know what people do when they're scared.
The flight part. That's
I would
funny.
milk that. Oh my God.
But she was 74, so she probably didn't move that fast. So her getaway would have been trash. It's just been like trying to go
out of here for the prank, and then you crack your knees.
That's like that's Bill Murray on Zombieland all over again. He went out the worst way possible, man.
Now here's a question too. Okay, so they did the mix up. So that means the family didn't know that they lost a grandparent.
No, they did.
With the family that actually lost somebody, they knew.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the person who was.
I'm talking about the actual person that died.
Oh, yeah. They probably.
That family is like, y'all heard from
and they've been cremated and all of that. They can't even like get the.
You can't even find them at the hospital.
Another family has your grandmother's ashes at bakery.
Name something else though.
The paperwork.
Damn, that sucks. That's actually a worse story than this one, because this one had a happy ending.
Yeah, there's a super tragic.
That other family just got a free cremation out of it, but they don't even think they know.
And then the awkward pickup of the ashes. Like,
Man.
Ashes
I think this is yours.
Go take the name off of the. Here you go. Just peel the name off. Like,
like a sticker. It was a sticker.
What if they had a "Hi, my name is" tag on the?
You write it in and they scratched it out already.
It's just crossed out Lauren.
Oh man,
it's for you.
That's really awkward.
Y'all play way too much.
We scattered some of it earlier last week because we thought it was awkward.
Hey guys, you know what else is awkward? Having too much pubic hair. So today, our sponsor Manscaped is here to make sure that your balls are smooth while your partner is playing with them. Wow, that was actual copy.
That was literally what the company told us to say.
I didn't even know it was.
This is why I love Manscaped, because they give us the coolest copy.
Don't care.
And they're like, hey man, because I mean, here's the thing. We're pushing a product that is for your balls. It is for grooming your balls. Get your balls as smooth as eggshells. And it's like it literally says you're probably holding your balls right now while you're listening to this. Why not make them smooth? Why not make them smooth?
That's why we love Manscaped. So they're here to promote clean hygiene when it comes to shaving, thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. So this is a only men's brand dedicated to below the waist grooming. Okay, while you're probably looking for new things to do at home, why not become an expert manscaper? Okay, we've been using this product for almost 8-9 months now. Highly recommended. It's forever changing the grooming game with the Perfect Package 3.0. These are precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Got a little rhyme.
I like that. Yeah, a little rhyme right there.
Yeah,
they also right now have a Perfect Package 3.0 kit, which comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, which is waterproof, cordless. It's a body trimmer, and it has a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. This third generation trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin safe technology.
So inside the Perfect Package, you'll find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. And you could subscribe to the Perfect Package and get a new replacement blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer. And it gets delivered to your door every 3 months. So make sure you're always fresh and clean. So for a limited time, subscribers get not one, but 2 free gifts, all right? The Shed Travel Bag, which is a $40 ad, and the patented high-performance, anti-chafing Manscaped boxer briefs, which are just...
I love them. Aren't they great?
Oh, God.
Aren't they great? That's so
like a silk hug. It's like your penis.
It's a silk hug, but it's still airy enough to you can get air in there so your balls don't get lost. So I love Manscaped boxers. Do you understand what I'm saying again?
They're so good, you might run them back without cleaning them. Just kidding. Don't do that. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Okay. You can get 20% off plus free shipping if you use our code DIYS at manscaped.com. So do yourself a favor and always choose the right tools for the job.
That's right. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code DIYS at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Just use the code DIYS. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped.
All right. So I got so excited, I flipped the whole show and did all the conspiracies at the top. We're going to end with a couple stories. Tony is a huge Bulls fan. You've been to a bunch of Bulls games in Chicago, I'm assuming, right?
Actually, no.
No, really?
Yeah, we didn't have the bread like that when I was in Chicago. So I didn't see the Bulls live until I went to a Bulls-Lakers game.
Out here?
Yeah, when Derrick Rose was on the squad. Yeah, so.
Oh, okay. Have you ever visit the practice facility or anything?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
You know what? When you are from that city, you miss a lot of the tourist attraction stuff. Because I never went inside of the arch. I know that you can go. There's an elevator that takes you inside the arch, and they have windows at the top where you can look through the windows and overlook the city and see it over on the Illinois side. But I've never done that in my life.
I've never been to the Hollywood sign. That's actually very true.
You take it for granted because you're like, I'll do it at some point. I see it every day. I
watch them on TV. I was like,
the Bulls. Well, the Bulls documentary about Michael Jordan just came out. Everybody's talking about Scottie Pippen, but I ain't here to talk about what everybody else is talking about. I'm here to talk about how Carmen Electra revealed that she had sex with Dennis Rodman all over the Chicago Bulls practice facility. He put a blindfold on her, put her on a motorcycle, and took off the blindfold in the middle of the court, where they proceeded to smash center court, as well as all of the lockers, the back place where they have the massage chairs. They was getting it in the physical room, even the weight room and the court. And they were eating popsicles the whole time.
Concession area too? Concession? Were they in there?
I didn't say that. They probably took that part out for FDA.
Go in there, man. Jeez.
That popsicle thing makes me think they was on drugs because you're running hot.
Right.
Dennis Rodman just looked like he'd leave a mess behind after sex. I feel like I wouldn't touch anything in that facility for several years.
Dennis Rodman looks like the type where he'll be mid-stroke and he'll pull out and pee on the floor and then just finish stroking. Like that's what I get from Dennis Rodman. He's not giving you no towels. He's not going to get no towels. He's like, man, let's go take a shower together. And they never take a shower. Just get back on a motorcycle. He drops off at a Wendy's or something. Like that's what I get from Dennis Rodman.
Well, what I didn't get from Dennis Rodman was sex appeal, because when I was a kid growing him up, I was like, who's this monster playing basketball? But turns out he done bagged some of the hottest models in the 90s. It was like what? Tyra Banks, Toni Braxton? Yeah, Tyra Banks. No, was it Vivica Fox?
I haven't heard of either one of these before.
I think it was Tyra Banks.
And I know he bagged Madonna. I interviewed Dennis Rodman when I was doing this thing for Empire Records. And I don't think they're going to release it because they signed a deal with somebody else. So all the episodes we had did previously just got kind of canned. But he was telling me how he broke his penis like 3 different times.
Oh, I see.
God.
Interview too.
Yeah.
I think I'd stop having sex after the first break. I would take it easy.
Sounds terrible, man.
Jesus, broke?
How hard are you pumping?
Broke though?
But
so Madonna. Okay. Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
On the penis breakage, do y'all ever be scared when the girl is riding tough that she just go?
I think that's how it happened. Isn't that how he said it happened?
He didn't go into it, but I'm pretty sure that accounts for probably like.
Ow! I don't like when girls ride like that anymore.
When they get into it, I kind of bring my hands in just for the hey now, just don't overextend and then and then I'm just like
Jesus,
that sounds horrible. Because if you use the word break, you probably hear it.
Oh God.
You probably hear it.
And then it just does that.
On the cut.
On the cut.
I don't like when girls ride like that anyway. You shouldn't be like,
man, bro. My
back and forth, not the up and down, man.
I hate that, man. I did
down here. Be careful on the landing,
man.
I did an Asian girl in college not know how to do that, and every time she was like, like thinking she was doing something, talking shit, and I was just looking at her like, fam, chill out. She was holding shit for some like leverage, like you
know
you rocking with this.
Till you hear that damn noise that
man, bro. Whoa.
What is wrong with you? Psychopath.
Terrifying, man. Take it easy, ladies.
All right, well, let me just show you the list. Madonna, Vivica A. Fox,
right?
Toni Braxton,
right?
Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
Thought the list was longer.
That's
solid.
That's a quality list, bro.
That's solid.
That's a quality.
I had no clue.
Quality list for somebody that had that many lip piercings and tattoos and blonde hair and wore that. Remember when he wore the wedding dress on the front of that magazine? Dennis Rodman was just.
Man.
It seemed like he wanted us to think he was gay though. Cause I get the whole like, oh, I'm not gay, cool. But it's like, it seemed like he sort of went out of his way to do stuff that made us want. I don't know if it was marketing or if he genuinely wanted to wear dresses. I don't really get it.
I feel like he overdid it. And by him doing that, being more comfortable with himself, that appealed to more ladies. Like when a man is comfortable with who he is, women be like, okay. And then when they find out you're not gay and you're that comfortable with yourself, they be like, "Here my panties right here."
But hella dudes are that comfortable, minus the, dress, cheetah head, and painted nails.
But a lot of men that are comfortable with themselves, sometimes they can come off as misogynistic or like too extra macho.
Too masculine.
Angle, it looks like he's more accepting to different thoughts, different lifestyles, different stuff like that. And so that appeals to a lot of women because that shows an extra level of confidence. Like, oh, you don't even care what people think.
So you think that was the same thing with Prince?
Oh yeah, definitely with Prince, because he was so firm in just what he wanted to do. What y'all gonna do? It just stood firm in it with confidence. It was like, here are my panties.
Wait, Prince said that? Oh,
Prince was one that I didn't figure out. Prince he had a lot of feminine ways and behaviors, especially with dress. But women just flocked to him, bro. Like they flocked to Prince. Like
he weirdly didn't come off as gay though.
It was really just the attire. Right. It was more feminine and with the attire than anything. Like tying up his shirt and tying up his hair and wearing gauchos and heels.
That's how rappers dress now, though.
That is true.
It came back full circle.
That is true.
Fleur fluffy blouse. But I don't think that. I think that's next. I think niggas are gonna start doing the what is that shit called?
The ruffle.
They're gonna bring up
gotta do this.
The Jerry Seinfeld pirate shirt.
Pirate shirt, man.
Pirate shirt.
A lot of people sleep on Seinfeld, man.
I sleep on Seinfeld.
It's a great show, man.
What season should I start with? Because I heard the first one isn't that good.
Yeah, it definitely gets better as they go on.
Yeah.
I would say if you come in at like season 3 and just go from there.
Really, that's 2 whole seasons that they're missing out on.
I would love for you to just watch it from the start because the first season is not a long season. It's like short.
What?
To Seinfeld.
No, I mean like how many?
I would probably say like in the teens, maybe like
that's short.
Yeah, because shows used to be like 22 to 25 episodes a season.
Oh, that's right. Damn, they really cut down on that.
They really cut down big time. And so the first season of Seinfeld, the first couple seasons was kind of shaky ratings wise. So they didn't know they were going to keep it around. So it was like, but then as the show kept going on, it got more popular. And then
25. I thought that was just anime. That's like 3 Netflix seasons now. Man. Like 1 season back then.
And that was the standard. Like 22 episode season was pretty much the standard. And then Seinfeld turned down $5 million an episode to do 1 more season.
Himself? Or
for him. They offered him $5 million per episode. He was like, nah, I'm good.
Why? Wait, why though?
He just felt like,
He had done all he could do. It was already a show about nothing. And
you're saying to keep going, and he didn't keep going. He stopped it.
They wanted him to go because when the show went off, it was the #1 show on TV. And so they were just like, come on, just do 1 more season. We'll give you $5 million an episode. He was like, no. So 5 million times 22.
Damn. I mean, he still ended up making it, but shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
On that back end. I'm glad. That's cool. He had to cap it while it was great.
I think it was a great move.
Go out on top, bro. Going out on top always makes them want more from you. That's why he was selling out with his residency in Vegas. That's why he got the show on Netflix. That's why anytime he pops up, people are tuning in because he went out on top.
Every time I think about this, I think about how The Office should have ended when Michael Scott left, and then it just went.
They wanted to milk it, man.
It makes me so sad every time.
The milk out is the worst thing you could do to a great TV show.
Well, that's the thing. The executives want to see it die and not work anymore, as opposed to like making people want more.
Right.
They don't give a damn about your your show.
People wanted the same thing for Great Taste. Somebody just mentioned it in the comments. Like, yeah, they wanted us to keep going. It's like, bro, it would have got bad. We were already scraping the bottom of the barrel. We had to re-up on the cereal one. We had to re-up on fries. It's like, bro, you gotta let it die a little bit, man. So
you missed our finale, man.
Oh, that's what I was pissed about. I was like, wait, y'all gonna end the show? I have to be on the road. It's like these are the last episodes we ever shoot. I was devastated.
Damn, man, you should have been.
I love Great Taste, man. I was devastated.
Man, oh man. Well, speaking of capping it while it's good, thank you guys so much for watching yet another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. Thank you, Tony Baker, for popping in. It's always interesting to be here.
That was good to have you, man. Good to have you, Tony. When you ain't on your phone and doing other things. What are you doing right now, man?
It's something really interesting over here.
What I'm doing right. I've been fighting with this Cash App for a couple weeks now. So what I'm trying to do is, because a lot of people hit me up on the Cash App. So I'm trying to accept the Cash Apps before they expire. Because they've been giving me so many problems lately that they just been sitting in here and now they're expiring. So I'm trying to do it before they expire. So I'm just like,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just saw on your page that they might delete your page because of the voiceover videos.
Yeah, because I do so many, and occasionally they'll get flagged for it's my intellectual property or whatever the case. So they'll pull it. And then, when they keep pulling your videos, they'll be like, yo, we could delete your page for this. Guidelines. So they just hit me with that. Right when we were starting the show, I got hit with that. I was like, oh.
Man, TikTok and YouTube stay pulling my shit off.
Man.
Bro,
I hate it.
I feel like TikTok had something against Black creators, bro. Because one time I didn't pull a song from TikTok, but I put a song that was on TikTok on my video, but I did it outside of TikTok because I wanted to do a special effect. And they pulled it. There's like, this song has words that are copywritten or something like, but it's on your fucking platform.
They pulled my bacon and eggs video, man. I didn't even have music in it.
It's probably the gun with the kid.
Call of Duty niggas get shot dead on TikTok all the time.
Bro, the video I did where I did the Don't Rush challenge, and I was acting like I was like rolling. Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't even act like I was rolling. I just grabbed a cigar, and then I had some basil. And I smelled the basil in like a pill bottle, and then I did the cigar like this, and I came back, and it was a dude with the big lip.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro, they didn't even post it. TikTok wouldn't even post it. It was like, it goes against our guidelines. I responded, I was like, how? I insinuated that I was rolling a blunt. It wasn't even real weed. The cigar was still a full cigar.
Did they give it back?
Nope.
Yeah, none of my appeals work too.
They done 5 of my videos, dog. I'm telling you, they don't like black creators, dude. I'm convinced. I've heard this. I've never heard a white creator say they had any problem with it. And I talked to Trevor's never had any problem. He got 1 million on TikTok.
All right, guys, I got to jump onto a call. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. I have been your co-host, Patrick Cloud.
I'm Tahir Moore. We'll see you next time on Damn Internet You Scary. Shout out to Tony Baker.
Thank you, Tony. All right, guys.
Y'all exit. My bad.
All right, y'all.
All right, peace.